Hello, my name is Dennis Jackson, and I am here to talk about New Hampshire for the Domestic Systems Analysis presentation. A couple of facts about New Hampshire. It is also known as the Granite State. The motto is live free or die. It is 9,349 square miles, and 80% of that is covered by forest. They have a little under 1.4 residents, and they are proud of their first. So, a couple to share. It was the first state to declare freedom from England. The first primary for the presidential elections are held every 4 years in New Hampshire. And they also had the first private citizen in the history of spaceflight who was a school teacher. In terms of their PK through 12 systems, each town acts as its own school district unless it is part of a school administrative unit. So there are 308 school districts. The makeup of those students, 85% are white students, 5.76% are Hispanic, 3.54% are multiracial, 3.28% are Asian, and a little over 2% are Black. In terms of the community college system of New Hampshire, there are 7 colleges that have 26,000 annual students, and there are over 200 associate degrees and certificate programs. There are a lot of good initiatives that the community college system is doing that I would like to highlight. One is that they have business training programs at all 7 of their colleges. They also have a program called Work Ready New Hampshire, which is a tuition-free base program that prepares students to work in a variety of settings. It gives them the soft skills needed to be successful. So any employer, if they see that someone that they are interested in hiring has a Work Ready New Hampshire certificate, they know that they have been successful in this training. There's also a National Career Readiness Certificate that students of this program can get. New Hampshire also has a really robust apprenticeship program called Apprenticeship NH, and it's available to anyone 16 years and over. There are 8 sectors that are a part of this apprenticeship program, and the next slide will show you those specific sectors. But I do want to talk a little bit about the couple of ways that students are able to gain college credit. High school students are able to gain college credit. So they have 4 different programs. Run and Start is a dual enrollment program. So high school students will be dually enrolled in community college classes as well. Early Start is an opportunity for high school students to concurrently take community college level classes at a really good discount for those classes. eStart are opportunities for high school students to be dually enrolled in high school and the community college, but all in an online setting. And Project Lead the Way is an initiative to have high school students explore careers in engineering or engineering technology. One really cool thing about these programs is that if a high school student is either dually enrolled or concurrently enrolled in community college classes, they all can apply for a scholarship, a full tuition scholarship that will cover 2 classes each year for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students. And here are the 8 sectors of the apprenticeship program. So advanced manufacturing, automotive technology, biomedical technology, business finance, construction infrastructure, healthcare, information technology, and hospitality. So a wide variety of areas that high school students and above can explore for future career opportunities. In terms of the university system of New Hampshire, there are 4 colleges associated with the system. There are 7 campuses. The University of New Hampshire has 3 different campuses. University of New Hampshire Durham is their largest residential campus. University of New Hampshire at Manchester is in another part of the state. And then they also have a law school, a school of law in Concord, New Hampshire. The other 4 institutions, Keene State College and Plymouth State University and Granite State College, make up the system with about 32,000 annual students. There are 90,000 alumni living in the state. So the university system really prides themselves on positively impacting the state for generations to come. A couple of highlights that I wanted to talk about. They have the Granite Guarantee, which is a 4-year tuition-free experience of going to college if you meet 3 different pieces. If you are a resident of New Hampshire, it's your first time going to college and you are working towards a bachelor's degree. And if you qualify for a federal Pell Grant, then you can have a guaranteed 4 years free tuition at either University of New Hampshire, Keene State College, or Plymouth State University. The university system also does a really good job with adult learners, and Granite State College is specifically geared towards adult learners or students who need flexibility in their educational experience. So a lot of their programs, lots of online classes, evening classes, a lot of flexibility, and a lot of their programs and departments are geared towards students who need that flexibility. They also have a program called Workforce 2025, which is a partnership with local nonprofits and business leaders in the area to make sure that the university system is supplying graduates that have the skills needed to be successful in the workforce in New Hampshire. And so constantly getting together and making sure that the needs are still being met, and if there need to be any adjustments to work on that. There are some private institutions in New Hampshire as well. A couple that I wanted to highlight. They do have a couple of specialized options in the state. So one that I found interesting was Thomas More College of Liberal Arts. The entire college, they only offer a bachelor's of arts in liberal arts. They do have other institutions that are geared towards advanced degree options. And most of those were either in education or the health field. And then Dartmouth College would probably be the most popular private institution in New Hampshire. It is an Ivy League option. There's a website called niche.com, which helps students find the perfect school for them, best school for them. And Dartmouth was the only New Hampshire college that got an A+ in reviews from students. Yes. Now to talk a little bit about the economic overview, a couple of pieces that I wanted to highlight. There are no sales tax or individual income tax in the state. They also have a program called the Recovery Friendly Workplace Initiative, which was created by the governor, Chris Summernew. And this promotes individual wellness by empowering workplaces to provide support for people who are recovering from substance use disorders. They also have a really good website called NH Works, which is a job matching system that helps people create a resume, supply other resources towards career needs. It's almost a one-stop shop for people who wanted to see which companies are hiring. And this website is also available in Spanish. And then COVID-19 did impact the state economically. So there were 104,036 COVID cases, and almost 1,400 of those cases led to deaths. In terms of unemployment benefits, there was also a big impact there. From 2019, the total benefits paid in unemployment insurance was $43.3 million. In 2020, that rose to $349.9 million. So there was a big impact there. In terms of on the right side of the screen, these are the 5 areas that bring in the most money for New Hampshire: manufacturing of machinery, electrical and electronic goods, tourism, and then there's also healthcare, life sciences, and in technology and IT industries. The BAE Systems is the largest employer with 4,500 employees, and the tourism piece rounded out the top 3. Something that they did highlight to convince people to move, along with the no sales tax and individual income tax, that was highly promoted, but also lower commute times. So they have a calculator on their Visit New Hampshire website that allows you to determine how much you commute in a year. And then they want you to compare that to what it would be in New Hampshire, since it's a lot smaller, and it's likely that you live closer to work and you have all this time back. So I thought that was an interesting piece. I did do some comparisons with the states that were in my group, as well as my home state of Wisconsin. I'll just point out the overall rankings. So New Hampshire has a high ranking. This was provided by US News in 2021, a ranking of 4 compared to the others. Some of the pieces that really made that high for New Hampshire was having the lowest crime rates, the natural environment. In terms of beauty, Hawaii was number 1, if you were interested. And then opportunity. So the US News really feels like there are lots of opportunities for folks in New Hampshire to be able to have work-life balance, good opportunities in terms of work, and to enjoy their life. Also wanted to share a couple of statistics when it came to the PK through 12 system. The number of enrolled students using the same 4 states, you will see that New Hampshire has the smallest amount of students. So that could impact some of the other numbers that you will see. They do have the lowest pupil-teacher ratio, so a little over 12 students per teacher. They have the least amount of students that are on free or reduced lunch, and they do spend the most per student funds per student, so 16,588. So I think all of those pieces impact the educational experience of the students. And I wanted to end with, this was the favorite picture that I found of New Hampshire as I wrapped up this presentation. I do think that New Hampshire has a lot of good initiatives that they are doing, and they're able to provide really good infrastructure for education up to the bachelor's level for their residents. So there's a lot of good pieces that other states could follow suit in, but I would acknowledge that the smallness of the state probably impacts that as well. All right, well, thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.